कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। This one verse is filled with such meaning that the commentators of Ramayana are in loss of words as to how to describe this verse further. Gacchata matulakulam bharatena tatha anagaha shatrughanaha nityashatrughanaha neetah preeti puraskritaha, says Valmiki. Along with Bharata, who had lovingly left his kingdom Ayodhya to reach his maternal home Kekeya Desha along with his beloved uncle. Gacchata matulakulam bharatena tatha anagaha, along with his younger brother, the blemishless one he left. Who was he? Shatrughnaha. Nityashatrughnaha, the one who had won over Lavanasura later. Just not that he had won over enemies that could be an impediment to Bharata Bhakti too. Nityashatrughnaha neetah preeti puraskritaha, says Valmiki. Bharata had left. It was at that point in time Dasharatha cites Bharata's absence as the reason to Rama that his coronation must happen at the earliest. Why? Because he says people are very indecisive. Humans are very indecisive. Bharata could have been extremely affectionate towards you. But probably if I inform him of your coronation, I wouldn't know how he would react. Kintu chittam manushyanam anityamiti me matam. So Rama stays mum when Dasharatha says so. Hence, Bharata's absence was one reason. So added to it is Kekeya Raja not invited. While all this is happening on one side, we all will be having questions. Sir, Bharata, Shatrughna, Ram, Lakshman, all this is fine. But where is Bharata's wife Mandavi? Where is Shatrughna's wife Shrutakirti? We never hear about them. Why should this be such a male-dominated Grantham? Why aren't we hearing about them? I don't have to give you an answer. I will read out the lines of the great Right Honorable V.S. Srinivasa Shastri, who says, Mandavi and Shrutakirti are not mentioned. If the poet did not think it necessary to say anything about them, I suppose it is reasonable on our part to pay no attention to them. We cannot help it. Let us suppose that everything was all right with them. This is his sarcasm-laid answer, which is the truth as well. If Valmiki hasn't mentioned about them, let us think they were fine. Why should we now court-martial Valmiki? Why hasn't he mentioned about Mandavi and Shrutakirti? As the poet, the compiler, he has the license to pick and choose incidents that he wishes to highlight and not to highlight. That said, why was Rama mum? Now, only all our sufferings is because of the sins that we have committed to our society and to our fellow human beings. Simple. This mistake is called apacharam, and apacharam could be of many types. And it could be performed in a second. See, to accrue punyam, you may have to accrue punyam for many janmas together. All that punyam that I have is the accrued punyam of my 1000 janmas. But all this can be vanished in one act of mind where I cause problem to another person. Here is one of the verses of a great poet called Kuresha who states, Yad Brahma Kalpa Niyutanubhavepya Nashyam Tat Kilbisham Sujati Janturiha Kshanarde. In just a second, this human being is capable enough to remove all the punyam. Ramanuja, the great Jagadacharya states, Anadikala Pravrittananta Akrityakarana Kritya Akarana Bhagavad Apachara Bhagavata Apachara Asakhya Rupa Nana Vidhananta Apacharan. We are capable of performing Apacharam by abusing the Lord Paramatma, by abusing the Bhagavatas, the devotees who serve Paramatma, by causing disturbances amongst our friend circle, Asakhya Apachara, Nana Vidha. There are many other types of Apacharam that we are capable of performing. So only if Dasharatha performs such Apacharam will he see a bad result. What is the bad result? Rama has to go to forest. Why should Rama go to the forest? To keep up his words given to the celestials that he will vanquish Ravana and other antisocial elements in the battle. So to kill Ravana and the other demons, Rama has to walk in the forest. To walk in the forest, he has to leave Ayodhya. To leave Ayodhya, Dasharatha has to order him to leave Ayodhya. To order so, something bad which Dasharatha hadn't preempted should happen. For that, he has to perform Apacharam, which is to blame Bharata. That is why Rama stayed mum. Even though he was witness to his father's mistake, he stayed mum. Second, Bharata's absence, Bharata being accused, this is the reason. But why was Kaikeyi's father, that is Bharata's maternal grandfather, not invited to the Pattabhishekam? Because here goes the shlokam. Pura bhratah pitanaha samataram te samudvahan mata mahe samashausit rajya shulkam anuttamam. Long back, Dasharatha had promised Kaikeyi's family that though she was not the first wife to him, the child born of Kaikeyi shall be ruling Ayodhya. This was the promise, commitment he had given in haste. So after the birth of his sons, he realized that all his love was for Rama, the eldest of his sons, and that was the rule that the eldest son has to rule. So if Kaikeyi's maternal house people, be it her father, brother, they had come, they would be questioning Dasharatha of the promise that he had made. So he was worried, if I call them and they ask me what answer will I have, it is better that I shall not call them at all. The best way to address a problem is not inviting that problem at all. Correct. So he said, let me not invite them. So that is why he didn't invite. Now, Rama was told that he shall be the heir apparent. After listening to this instruction and decision made by his father, he goes to the Ranganatha Swami temple. Remember, in the state of Tamil Nadu, you come across this beautiful holy town called as Srirangam. Saptaprakara Madhye Sarasija Mukulod Bhasamane Vimane Kaveri Madhyadeshe Mrudutara Panirat Bhogaparyanka Bhage Nidra Udra Virava Katinigatashiraf Parshvavinyastahastam Padma Dhatri Karabhyam Parichita Charanam Rangarajam Bhajeham. So you see Lord Ranganatha lying in amidst the tributaries of Kaveri in the island of Srirangam. Beautiful temple, the largest functioning temple in the world. Angkor Wat is a non-functioning temple. Srirangam is a functioning temple. You see such a large premises filled with exquisite architecture of the days of the Chola, the Pallava, the Pandyas, the Vijayanagaras, and the Nayakas, and even the Hoysalas. So the Lord that you see in the state of Tamil Nadu was earlier in Uttar Pradesh. So this temple was in Uttar Pradesh. And in that temple, Rama's mother Kaushalya was offering her obeisances to the Lord, while Rama wanted to inform her of this decision. Valmiki says, Pranayamena Purusham Dhyayamana Janardhanam. After Pranayama, she was doing Arādhanā to Lord Ranganatha, known as Janardhana. Amogham Badame Kshantam Purushe Pushkare Kshane. After Rama informed his beloved mother, Mata, my father Dasharatha has planned to make me the heir apparent. Immediately she blesses her son. Vatsarama Chiram Jiva May you live for many, many years, Rama. Now, Rama goes to Vasishtha, his Kula Purohita, and Purohita says, Uktva satada Rama upavasam yatavrataha mantravadkaraya masa vaidehya sahitam shuchihi. Rama, take proper bath. Take that along with Seetha after your ceremonial bath, wear the best of clothes and walk into the mantapam for your pattabhishekam. Gate purohite Ramaha snato niyatamaanasaha. Valmiki also, Vasishtha also states, Rama, along with Seetha, after the ceremonial bath, both of you have to perform rituals, that is Arādhanam, to your Kula Bhagavantam, to your family deity called Ranganatha in this temple. Rama nods his head and along with Seetha reaches the temple and performs Arādhanam. Here goes the statement. Sahapatnya Vishalakshya Narayanam Upagamat. Sahapatnya Vishalakshya, along with his beloved wife. Who is that beloved wife? Seetha, Vaidehi, Janaki, all these names are applicable to that one woman. But Valmiki doesn't say that Rama went with Seetha or Vaidehi or Janaki or Maithili or Dharanija or Bhumija or Kshitija, nothing. He says Vishalakshi, the one with large eyes. So Seetha is called as a woman with large eyes. The commentator asks, why instead of calling Seetha by other names, he should call her Vishalakshi? Because Seetha has gone with Rama to do Arādhanam to Ranganatha Swami, the Kula Deivam of the kings of Ikshvaku. Now Seetha wanted to see who is more handsome, the one who is reclining, Ranganatha, or the one who is performing Arādhanam, which is her husband Rama. She was checking at Ranganatha and her husband Ram. Ranganatha, Ram. She was surprised. For a moment while she was looking at Ranganatha, she thought Ranganatha is handsome. With those eyes, she would look at Ram. Rama looked even more handsome. Then she would look back to Ranganatha, he would look much, much more handsome. So with this element of surprise that was kind of tormenting her, her eyes became large. So Valmiki said, Sahapatnya Vishalakshya. One meaning. The second meaning is, she was surprised. This man is doing Arādhanam to himself. Rama is Narayana. Ranganatha is also Narayana. Rama is doing Arādhanam to Ranganatha, means Narayana is performing Arādhanam to himself. What element of surprise? Sahapatnya Vishalakshya. Third, it is a very mundane, on a lighter vein. When you do Arādhanam to Lord, जैसे कि हिंदी में बोलते हैं हारती उतारो, हारती उतारो. बहुत लोगों का ये मानना है कि वो शब्द आरती है. गलत, क्योंकि आरती का मतलब होता है संस्कृत में कष्ट, डिस्ट्रेस. तो गंगा जी की आरती उतारते हैं, वो आरती नहीं है, वो हारती है. ह जो अक्षर है उसका उच्चारण करके आप बोल सकते हैं हारती. सो दैट इज हारती. गंगा जी की हारती हो रही है, रंगनाथ जी का हारती. सो इट्स हारती. So this harati has to be done to Ranganatha Swami. Who has to do it? So it is custom in our Hindu Sanatana Dharma rituals that when you do Arādhanam to Ranganatha Swami, any deity, as per Agama, you do harati. I've told you previously, it is harati, not arti. While you do harati, you keep deepam in your hand and do the harati to the Lord. As you do harati, you have to create some good auspicious music. So you have ghanta, the bell in your hand, and as you ring the bell, you do harati. So if you see this harati, this hand has to go like this and this hand has to keep shaking. If you have proper practice, this will go around, this will ring like this. So as you do this, this has to go. But if you don't have practice, this will start shaking and the bell will start going around. Now Seetha wanted to check if her husband is capable enough to do Arādhanam to the Lord. So while she witnessed her husband, this is the first time she is seeing her husband do Arādhanam to her Kuladeva, family deity Ranganatha Swami. Rama was extremely professional. Harati went around, bell was shaking. She thought, I thought that my husband is just smart, very good to look at, very good in archery. Even in doing Purohita's job, he is doing very well. So her eyes became large. Arādhaya Jagannatham Ikshvaku Kuladaivatam Sahapatnya Vishalakshya Narayanam Upagamat. Going further, one of the acharyas called Parashara Bhatta, who lived 1,000 years before in Srirangam, states, Srirangendo Padakisalaye Neelamanjira Maitriya Vande Vrinda Pranayi Madhurpa Vratarajiva Jaitre Nityabhyarchanat Avadhimukastoma Samshayamanaihi Hemam Bhojai Nibidanikate Ramasitopanitaihi. He says that those flowers which were used by Rama and Seetā in Ayodhya while they were doing Arādhanam to Ranganatha is still found at the feet of Ranganatha in Tamil Nadu. So this Arādhanam was performed. Let us see what happens after the Arādhanam.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.